Hey guys, SamMcKdamn here, and unfortunately I can't get the video I've been working on out today. The reason why is because the footage took longer than expected to gather, but the bigger reason is because I got sick. And unfortunately it's not something I can really work around, like a stuffy nose or a fever or explosive diarrhea. No, it had to be a cough that made my voice really hoarse. So I can't really do voices or whatever without sounding like Marge Simpson grew balls that immediately hit the floor and then go on to a coughing spree. So yeah, that sucks. Well, anyway, I did want to give you guys something while I'm still busy editing that footage as well as trying to get over this cold. So I decided to do like a Leafy is Here style video where I just kind of ramble on about some bullshit that happened. So yeah, I mean, who knows how this will work out? I mean, if you guys like it, I could probably do more of these, and or I could just do them whenever I need to take more time for a video. So yeah. So a few months back, I decided to go to my local Canadian mosque, better known as the Tim Hortons, to grab myself a cup of coffee. Closest place is about 20 minutes away, so it's not a big deal. I just walked there, I ordered my coffee, and then I'm headed on my way back. So yeah, no problem. So as I'm walking back, this guy just sort of appears from behind me, and thankfully he wasn't some creepy ass looking motherfucker. He kind of actually looked like an average college student, but anyway, he comes up to me and he asks me, "Hey, you look like a smart guy." And my response to that was, thanks. And at this point, I was thinking, I look smart. I mean, I don't think I look that smart. I mean, I kind of look like Toki Wartooth from Metal Colossus, but with glasses. So already I'm questioning this guy's observation skills. And then the guy said, "So let me ask you this. Do you think that the world is round or flat?" So of course I gave him the obvious answer. You know, it's round. You know, like we've known this for fucking centuries. It's round. And he said, "Yeah, but that's what I thought too. But it turns out there's like this conspiracy theory, and there's all these well-known scientists like Neil deGrasse Tyson and Bill Nye the Science Guy who are coming out and saying they're now flat earthers and they don't want to support the conspiracy theory anymore." And it was at this point where I was just thinking, fuck me, really? Flat earthers? I mean, I've never really talked to them on the internet or whatever, but I've seen some like response videos to them on like Armored Skeptics channel and what have you, and some of those people are the dumbest motherfuckers you could ever talk to. Like there was one guy who mentioned that he doesn't believe in gravity because yeah, he just doesn't believe in gravity. Like, what the hell kind of sense does that make? So, yeah, I had to tell him right off the bat that Neil deGrasse Tyson and Bill Nye the Science Guy were definitely not flat earthers, and they've done all this research on debunking flat earthers and all that shit. So, that was the first thing I had to call out on what he just said. Thankfully, he did agree with me on that point. Well, he kind of agreed with me in the sense that he stated that the people that told him that might have been like impersonators or something or just made it up. So then he started going on about all these experiments that him and his friends were going to be doing to prove to themselves that the Earth is in fact flat and not round, which, well, good luck. But anyway, yeah, he was just telling me all these experiments and none of which he actually went into detail, but he kept saying that these are all like experiments you can basically do in your home, and he gave me some bullshit numbers, which that's not me just calling him bullshit. That was him basically saying that they were bullshit numbers because he couldn't remember them. So he said like, yeah, the numbers don't like add up or something like that. And it's like, well, no shit, you just made up some numbers right then and there. Of course I'm not going to believe it. There was also this point in the conversation where he mentioned that the Earth revolving around the sun at the speed that it does, which I think is 30k like kilometers per second. He said that that was ridiculous because if it were moving that fast, then we would all just fly off into space, you know? So I had to explain to him the laws of momentum, and that the reason why we don't fly off into outer space is because we're on the planet and we're moving at the exact same speed that the planet's moving at, so therefore we don't feel the effect. It's the same principle that's behind if you're in a moving train and you jump, you don't fly to the back of the train. It's because you're in the train moving as fast as the train. So then he made the argument, well, what if you're in a car and you throw a ball up in the air, it flies back? And unfortunately, I didn't say anything at the time, but I knew that was complete bullshit. And looking back at it, the only explanation I can think of as to how that could have happened to him would be if his window was down and the wind blew the ball back. Which, how the hell you don't notice 60-kilometer winds blowing in your face is beyond me. But hey, we're talking about people who don't believe in fucking gravity, so, sky's the limits, right? Also, his final piece of evidence to prove to me that the world was in fact flat was that he told me that if you look at the flag of the United Nations, it has the picture of the Earth, but it's flat. Which is the stupidest fucking argument because, yeah, of course it's going to be flat. It's a flag. But furthermore, the reason why it's designed like that, and I explained this to him, is because it's the only way they could get all the countries on one side of the planet is if they did it from the North Pole like that. And he even mentioned that, yes, they have every country except Antarctica. Which completely debunks the fucking argument he was making because we know Antarctica exists. So if the Earth is flat, then where's Antarctica then? It makes no sense. Why even bring that up? So this discussion was happening the whole way back to my place, and yes, I had to listen to him the whole 20 minutes. But yeah, he was just going on and on about all of his experiments and whatever, and I was just turning up the street to go back to my place when he also started to walk in the same direction that I did. And now at this point I'm just thinking, what the fuck? I mean, is this guy going to be is he this desperate to try and prove to me that the Earth is flat, or is he going to fucking shank me or something? I honestly had no idea what the hell was going to happen, right? And so as we're walking, it turns out that he was also walking to his place, and the street that I live on, it's there's a whole line of apartment complexes, and he lives in the apartment complex next to my apartment complex. Yeah, I have a flat earther as a neighbor. Fuck me, right? So yeah, basically every time I now want to go grab a coffee from Tim Hortons, I kind of have to, hope that I don't run into him. And unfortunately, I did run into him one time, and no, he didn't gain some common sense. He still believes in the flat earth theory. And it also urged me to go look it up online, because it's totally true, yo. And yeah, so, man, I don't fucking know. It's pretty bad. I really don't want to be talking to this guy about fucking scientific principles that fucking grade schoolers know, but he apparently can't grasp. But hey, that's my current situation, I guess. Well, anyway, I'll be working on that new video. Hope that it should be up by next week. And yeah, well, sorry I couldn't get it out, but what can I do when I'm sick, right? But anyway, hope you guys enjoyed it, and who knows, I might do some more, and I'll see you guys later then. Bye.